11-year WNBA vet, Cal Athletics Hall of Famer Layshia Clarendon is here.
And they weren't always pretty games, right? They weren't just like, we're at home, every three is going in. We saw the third quarter, last game, threes were definitely raining, but it's also not as long of a road trip. So I think there's a little bit of like, we've made it through the toughest part of our schedule. Travel-wise, this is only a 2-game road trip. So heading out to Washington, I think you're like, we got this.
So Layshia, let's go out to you. How do you feel when it comes to a matchup like this? And what are the implications for both of these teams? How are they feeling before the game?
I feel nervous because I've been in this situation. I think there are some jitters, but there's some good jitters and excitement because this is playoff basketball. This is where every minute counts, every second counts. You know what is on the line in this game. And so you feel that in the locker room. The moment the pressure is heightened. And I think that's where for the Valkyries, their culture of sticking together is going to be one of the most important factors tonight. And at home with Valhalla right behind them.
Layshia, what are you thinking?
That is the best game plan. But with Cameron Brink, I'm looking for Rupert to stretch the floor. Cameron can get out and defend. She can move, but do not let her sit on the weak side where she can just rotate and block when you beat your initial defender. Make her get out and guard the three-point line, then pump fake, get to the rim around her. As you see, her length can still catch up to you, but this is what you do not want her to do, to stand there on the weak side, come over when you beat somebody, because that is where she's excellent, and her shot blocking and timing is one of the best in the league. And figuring out how to get it, it's not always pretty, right? You were leading the whole game up 25 at one point, so they were going to feel sick if they lost this game.
Yeah.
But no matter what, a win is a win. Found a way to close it out. Citron got going in the fourth quarter. They held her to 5 points for most of the game, and she finally got it going. And credit to the Washington Mystics for not going away, but you got to credit the Valkyries more for finding a way to win. And what I love for the Valkyries, it was the ball movement. It was getting high quality three-pointers off of ball movement, off of multiple passes, off of penetration and kick. That one is contested. The Kiki Iriafen, the rookie, is trying to get out, but at that point, it did not matter because Chechi had heated up, and you see her off the dribble there. Once you let her get going, call it a night because Chechi was on fire and she was feeling it. Nakase's talked about when you take high-quality threes, right? And she never wanted her team to not take the three ball early in the season, but we've seen the growth and the learning about what a high-quality basketball shot is with ball movement, with getting touches in the paint, and then the shots become contagious. I didn't count those passes. I had to be at least 5 or 6 where the ball touched the paint twice, and it moved sides of the floor from one side to the other. Percentage gets much higher when the ball crosses the midline. And then when one person makes it, you're feeling good. You just need to see that ball go through the rim. And I love to see Janelle Salon. We saw her last game knocking him down. Who is it? Veronica Burton getting a piece of the paint, and then Carla Lake getting a piece of the pie and knocking down a shot there.
That is exactly, Layshia, what Burton likes to do.
Yeah, and she's doing it in a much bigger position. I love that Coach pointed out some of the intangible things that Burton brings, because we know statistically you have to be better to win this award. But Veronica Burton's also doing it while defending. We haven't mentioned her defense also, right, which she didn't necessarily need to improve. She was already pretty good at that. But what she's doing at the point guard position, the ability to shoot the ball off the three, to be taking more threes and have a solid percentage, to be leading her team, this new team that has had tremendous amounts of adversity and turnover with roster and people coming in and out. Veronica Burton is absolutely would be my vote for most improved. This squad is solid. There were no major, obviously KT is the major person that the team is still missing and still really hurts from. But when you look across the board, when this squad is healthy, they are a get-it-done-by-committee team. They are a defensive team. They're a team that has great culture, a great belief in each other. And so it's just sticking to the foundation of getting 1% better every single day, especially when you're tested in the toughest times.
How do you go into a game like this as someone that's facing a team that you used to play for? Is it a revenge game? What's the mentality, and how did the Valkyries stop it?
You're asking me. I was one of the most petty players that existed in the league. So for me, it was absolutely a revenge game. I think there's still some love from Julie Van Loo. Enjoyed her time here. But you want to beat the team that you played against. You absolutely want to have a great game for yourself. So Julie Van Loo, I imagine, is coming in here to win. And you want to be able to, you know, whether you look over at the coach or just do it in your own head, you're giving them a like, yeah, you shouldn't have let me go because you see what I'm doing out there. And Julie Van Loo has found a home so far with the Sparks. Coming off the bench, minutes go up and down, but it was nice to see her land somewhere in this league. She didn't have to go very far on that flight down to Southern California. And one of the hardest things for a rookie is to finish at the rim. It's to control the speed and their tempo. So to your point, one of Carla's greatest attributes is her speed. We saw her miss some shots at the rim, even without contact, because she's learning how to balance that quickness, but then slow down and drive up, eyes on the rim, finish at the rim every single time. When she starts to get that, she's going to be really dangerous. And then that three-point shot is going to fall. We've seen her do it overseas. That will come in her game. Las Vegas Aces are just answering the call from Coach Becky Hammond. Said she gave them an F last game based on effort. And today they came out swinging and punching. And the Valkyries look like they're at the end of a road trip. It's no excuses, but they look a bit flat. They have not come out and played with the level of intensity, the defensive energy that they need. And then they're just missing some bunnies at the rim. 2 really easy buckets that normally we see to go down. But today, 5 games in 8 days, that'll do it to you.